Oh, here goes my favorite nurse from the psychotic wing. God bless her. We be saved. She's here. She's here. Oh my God. She's coming, children, she's coming. Listen to those feet. Carrie Wellen, nurse. Not Nurse Ratched, nurse. Writer of her CD, Transcendental Floss. I use it all the time. She's written 4 books. 4 books. And her latest book is her bio. War and Peace, Part 2. The Road Unraveled. Well, I love this woman. This is a pisser and a half. Put your seat belts on. Carrie Wellen.
Yes, I'm the one who arrived without a bio for Hayden, because this is my bio. Most of us find the usual bio to be somewhat boring, but I had conceptualized writing my bio in different literary styles. Readers, listeners, and authors, I apologize in advance. A fairy tale. A long time ago, or perhaps yesterday, around the next corner or far, far away, there lived a single cell with peculiar DNA that swirled into a nervy skin sea, and now you'll have to tolerate me. Robert Frost. 13 roads diverged in a wood. I took the 3 least traveled by. My GPS has made all the difference. Robert Frost, my childhood. 2 roads appeared in a suburban wood. Both were on fire. My father hit me with verbal axe, my mother hit me with verbal axe, my sister hit me with verbal axe. I picked up verbal axe and chopped my jagged, swirling puzzle of a road and made a world of difference. An Irish drinking song. I apologize, Mom. She lived in a prefab bungalow. She was the perfect woman, with plastic flowers just for show. She was the perfect woman, with shutters painted olive green, useful only to be seen. Even the garden soil was clean. She was the perfect woman. Although she always wept inside, she was the perfect woman. Her toilet bowl was brushed with pride. She was the perfect woman. Filling with water clean and bright, Grandma crossed herself at the sight. Colons emptied with delight. She was the perfect woman. Against the scourge of time she'd race. She was the perfect woman. To smear the kitchen on her face. She was the perfect woman. Egg and oatmeal, kiwi fruit, cucumber and yucca root, essence of a leather boot. She was the perfect woman. And then the diet of the day. She was the perfect woman. Grapefruit burns the fat away. She was the perfect woman. Celery and cottage cheese, protein shakes and early peas. Bacon only if you please. She was the perfect woman. And now through strands of silver years, she was the perfect woman. Every standard disappears. She was the perfect woman. Mother, I know that you can be the goddess that you long to free. A girl need only breathe, you see, to be the perfect woman. Robert Frost, my early teenage years. Roughly 20 streets diverged through a neighborhood. I took the ones that served me beer. Or marijuana. I had no wisdom to know the difference. My late teenage years. Roughly 200 streets streets diverged through a suburb, minstrels met me on the street astride their horses of different colors. I took the streets through occult practices, industrial areas, and Broadway musicals, not the streets to beer. Friends made all the difference. Shakespeare. But since your patience I may have evoked thus far, that for my eccentricity you may entertainment have, whereas and you prefer the tax lawyer's staleness. O kind poet, audience, a courtesy for every word send me. Lead ingenue of bells are ringing in the year of the me generation, 1977. So be I not the breath or cause of your exodus, and let me entreat you to know at large the essence of your brilliant haze, sorrow. Robert Frost, my college years. I met Plato, Aristotle, Hegel, and Shakespeare, and the weirdest two students from various high schools around the country in a wood. A tree fell in the forest, but nobody heard. We asked whether or not roads exist. We asked whether there truly is a me and what it actually means by walking. We asked whether roads are made of energy and light from God or microscopic bouncing balls created by an infinite number of monkeys on an infinite number of typewriters. Archimedes fell into a bathtub filled with cornstarch and water. Heraclitus said, "You never step in the same road twice." And Einstein said, "No, it's not two roads, it's two trains, going at two different speeds. Atop each train stands a man holding a clock. It is time that does not exist, because measured at the same time, the two clocks reveal a difference." Robert Frost, my post-college years. There was only one road and it led me to poverty. I took the road through therapy eventually. My father's axe no longer made a difference. Becoming a nurse made more of a difference than I expected. Dr. Seuss. Carrie Wellen is a nurse. Carrie Wellen has a purse. Sometimes Carrie writes a poem. Please don't ask her to go home. Robert Frost, and happy birthday, and I apologize to Henry David Thoreau. Myriad roads diverge through goddess-loving Buddhist, Christian, Muslim, Native American, liberal North Carolina woods. I took the tie-dye waterfall dance around the fire paths. Different drummers made all the difference. And I really, really need to apologize to Walt Whitman. And you'll find out why. Oh, Captain, my Captain, you are a lesbian. And in my mind, I'd go with you to Texas once again, where rifle was your athame and pentacles were stars, where officers and privates would frequent private bars. Oh, Captain, my Captain, you rode to Woman Fest and tripped upon your bare breast, Colonel's bald-faced naked breast. Oh, Captain, my Captain, 'tis glorious and odd, you found the peaceful goddess in the heart of warlike God. Oh, Captain, my Captain, within a pit of me, there is a troubling hatred for warmongers named he. But now within that pit, there is a me that fondly knows, even five-star generals may fancy women's clothes. The one that orders cities bombed may see now and again the goddess of forgiveness within his enlisted men. An even hateful general, that spar of senseless death, might be whispering, "Blessed be," beneath his whiskey breath. Her whispers ring forever, yes, forever, Captain dear, within that greatest place of war that is my greatest fear. Each whisper is a seed from which her tree of life may spring. Oh, Captain, Captain, goddess friend, is it not time to sing? The Communist Manifesto. Eccentrics of the world, unite. You have nothing to lose but your lawns. Dare to wear your purple tie-dye tunics over your burnt orange velvet priestess robes, even though you are men. Dare to enjoy the chaotic shape of your uncombed hair or practice religions invented in California after the year 1960. Defend your right to sing mantras, hate yantras, and practice tantra like our heritage may be contra. Defend your right to frighten the children of Republicans. Now, there are those who would call themselves normal. And they will tell you that you need antipsychotic medication. They will tell you that the size of your hat cannot be more than 3 feet high. And they will tell you that your geodesic yurt needs air conditioning. Do not believe them. For now is the hour, my uncommon shamans, to say the word, onomatopoeia. Say it.
Onomatopoeia.
For it's the rise of the proletariat. Onomatopoeia.
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 And you know why we say that? Just because we feel like it. For I tell you, it is possible to cover your body with mud and lead the pride parade through this town even though you're straight and call it politics. It is possible to, being a woman, read bare-breasted guerrilla poetry to a group of horny lumberjacks to prevent them from cutting down the redwood forest. Story. And call it religion. And it is possible to join hands in a circle around the Pentagon and telepathically levitate the entire Defense Department into outer space. And call it art. Because when you are the you that is you, I am the I that is I, and we are the we that are we, and we do what we do, though some may not applaud us. In other words, we. Do. What some may boo-boo, but we do not boo-hoo, no. No, we do not. We return to the soil and feed the great tree of life's expansive roots that within the branches of the great tree of life, all of you flower children will grow to be nuts. All fruits. Robert Frost, the 2000s. 911 roads shot out from New York City. 900 led us to war. 9 led me to protest. 1 led me to motherhood. I took the one that contained the giant life trauma hurricane that blasted me directly to New York City. I wanted to shoot myself. 3 things made the difference. A suicidal patient who had once seen me perform. My daughter, my brilliant creative daughter, and falling in transformative love. My daughter Natasha, in the style of Lemony Snicket, and she adds that just to let you all know that she wrote this when she was 12 years old. My mother was eccentric, with the occasional exclamation of, which here means, I am tired, or cookie-oo-bidoo-wah, which here means, go do your homework. My mother was often a sparring partner on such appropriate childhood topics as spirituality, philosophy, political conspiracy theories, and a dog, please, can we have one, please, pretty, please. To Pablo Neruda. And happy birthday, Pablo Neruda, and thank you to Robert Milby for letting us all know about these poets' birthdays. So to Pablo, you say that peace is to the poet as flour is to the bread. Well, I'm stuck with feral yeast and angry garlic dread. I've spent my life searching for flour as I crush a handful of cashews. My would-be paleo croissant is burned stark black by my muse. But with its charcoal, I scratch a bad haiku upon the wall and ponder for a moment the taste of being small. Chaos theory. Inside of Pandora's box, on the line between enlightenment and oblivion, between the edge of a distant galaxy and my dirty dish-filled kitchen sink, I encountered chaos. His voice was like static wind and atonal music. He said, I come from the viscera of Class 5 hurricanes. I come from the bowels of imploded stars. I come from under the layer of gooey sludge at the bottom of your refrigerator. He was as tall as a monument-flattening tornado, as wide as a post-explosion atomic bomb, and as well-dressed as the Aurora Borealis during an electronic storm. His face was made of avalanches which formed and shaped themselves into nose, cheeks, and mouth. His perfectly tailored three-piece suit seemed to be made of woven bolts of lightning. His hand, which was composed of a whirling cyclones, held up a 3D-dimensional collage, a garish mosaic of objects which, upon closer examination, I had at one time lost. All the lost coat hangers and socks cut and arranged into 3D renderings of Rembrandt paintings, bank statements which seemed to vaporize from our apartment weeks prior to tax day, along with the long-lost, much-needed computer printouts, shredded and curled into Rococo frick-a-frock. I'm getting in touch with my repressed creativity, he said. What do you think? I channeled this piece, he said. It came straight from me through God. How can I get rid of it, I thought. I opened my shoulder bag and pulled out my checkbook and balanced debits and credits. I pulled out my secret weapon, my daily planner. I numbered the dated pages from 1 to 10, created a list of priorities. I was rolling now, but he grew larger. He was 1,000 feet tall. The entire scene whirled tornadically as every confusing statement I'd ever made roared about my ears. I love you, but I don't want a relationship. Get me the thingy with the stuff in it. Turn left, right here. Turn left, right here. Gnarled and mangled remnants of plastic shelving units and modular closet organizers circled my legs. Eviscerated cardboard boxes clung to them like pieces of half-removed skin. Tumbling in erratic directions, I made out a figure of a small violet butterfly, which flew suspended in the breezeless air of the day and landed lightly upon my nose, and the whole scene froze. At last, silence. The moment her feathery feet left my nose, the scene roared into motion once again. A curl of ripping wind caressed my nostril as though my nares were the lip of Pandora's box. The entire scene, collage, modular shelving units, and chaos himself entered my nose. Body-splitting pain originated at my nostrils. Lightning bolts branched into my abdomen. White hot light pushed downward. I progressed through early labor in 30 seconds, was fully dilated in 2 minutes, had completely delivered in 3. It was as painful as multiple trauma. It was as painful as bone surgery. It was as painful as calculating our combined household taxable income. And as Nietzsche said, truly, you must be filled with chaos to give birth to a dancing star. I did give birth to a dancing star, but it was one of those stars we wish upon, the inspiration of my life. But the diaper changes were hell. Leo Tolstoy. I opened my eyes, hoping to see how the struggle of the nurses with Mrs. I can't Namovich ended, or whether Mr. John Q. Pavlikovna had taken his Lanoxin or not, or whether the computerized medication machine had been captured or saved, but I saw nothing but that pie. Through the garish yellow fluorescent light, that fragrant pie, with microwave steam bubbling across it. How fruity, how crusty, delicious, after having not eaten in 12 hours. Not as all as when I worked, said Nurse Wellen. Not at all as when we worked. Not as when all of the certified nursing assistants and environmental service workers struggled with Prince Hippa Violationovich, with frightened and angry faces, to conquer the mop. A police report. At 7:38 p.m. at an undisclosed date, the suspect placed 10 poems entitled The Dissension Center, 8 Ways to Escalate Workplace Conflict. In 10 as of yet unnamed co-workers' mailboxes at an unnamed hospital. The suspect was charged with violation of the unnamed hospital's non-solicitation policy. She was suspended for 3 days and agreed never to read the poem in public. Robert Frost, the 2010s. Billions of cyber roads led through apocalyptic conspiracy theories, ecological returns to paradise, hate, love, war, peace, and everything under every binary sun. I both wanted to shoot myself and throw a party for everyone. John Lennon and Weird Al. I'm over 50, I got crowfoot, I flap, I got rat fur nose hair, I chew digitalis tablet. When I'm laying down, I wheeze. Got to wear protection cause I leak when I sneeze. I'm over 50, I got flip-flop, and I got Pilates Valley, I dig Dalai Lama, I say 3 and 3 and 3 is 3. I can't find my glasses cause it's so hard to see, but whatever, I live now, all to me. Robert Frost, this moment now. Infinite roads converge in a quantum wood. I take nothing. All is difference.